I was tagged on Twitter about this particular thing regarding the hip hop task force, and to say it was a nothing burger would be an understatement. But the purpose of this video is an attempt to piece together the jigsaw puzzle that's in front of us regarding how the Democratic Party is using hip hop as a prop to try and one, get us out the vote, because at the end of the day, this is really what it's all about. And Monique, talk about Monique and her son. I'm not going to talk about that. I I try to stay out personal family affairs and stuff like that. So I probably won't talk about that. Um, but it's unfortunate. But anyway, back to this. This is the thing about the Democrats trying to get black folks out to vote for them, and this is another attempt to incorporate everybody into our plight. So we got to go back in time. So if you remember, on June 29th, 2021, Chuck Schumer, who's the Senate Majority Leader, came up with a Senate Resolution Bill 331 that designated August 11th as Hip Hop Celebration Day, the month of August as Hip Hop Celebration Month, and November is Hip Hop History Month. Now, back then, I told you about this nothing burger, and this was nothing more than a symbolic gesture. And if you heard me say this once, I said it 1,000 times. The dominant society, or the white supremacist ideology, and the people who operate under it will put out these symbolic gestures because it costs them absolutely nothing. It doesn't cost them their power. It doesn't cost them their resources. It doesn't cost them their position in the hierarchy. And then, if you go back a couple months before that, you had that idiot Cory Booker come up with a Senate Resolution Bill 305 recognizing the contributions of African Americans to the music heritage of the United States. So if you take those two bills, right, those two bills, and you fast forward that to what we got going on this year, right, because this is an election year. What do we have happen in the month of February already? We had Biden going to LA to woo entertainment leaders, and who was with them? Maxine Waters, that California raisin, and Alex Padilla. Now, who is Alex Padilla? Alex Padilla was the person who replaced Kamala Harris as a senator when Kamala Harris decided to become the vice president. So they went to LA back on February the 3rd. February 3rd. That's when Biden and the First Lady went to LA on February 3rd to try to talk to entertainment leaders to try to get black people out there to vote for them in the upcoming election. That's right. The Bidens plan to meet with black leaders in the entertainment industry to talk about the important role they can play in the upcoming election. The president was greeted by Senator Alex Padilla and Representative Maxine Waters. He paused to snap a selfie with Waters' sister, Karen Waters, and spent about 5 minutes chatting with Padilla's 9-year-old son, Diego, before boarding the M1 helicopter and departing for the Santa Monica airport around 3:45 p.m. local time. Now, this was at the same time where Biden was primary in South Carolina, which he was widely expected to win. That's when he went to that church and started parading around all kinds of lies and talking points, and even had allegedly some paid actors talk about ceasefire in Gaza. And then you got publications like The Hill putting out these propaganda pieces about, oh man, the black community in Gaza is one and the same, and all this other stupid ass bullshit, which we have absolutely nothing to do with the hell's going on in Gaza. I hate when they lump us into everything that's going on with everybody else. Biden's visit takes advantage of the even greater than normal concentration of entertainers and music's behind the scenes movers and shakers in time for the Grammys. Of course, they did not attend the Grammys because they went to a campaign event in Las Vegas the next day. So understand what's going on here. This is nothing more than an attempt to use celebrities as a prop to try to get black people to come out there and vote for them. Now, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this article coming from The Hill. Let's go to that article right there. And you can already see right off rip what I'm talking about and how they lump everybody else into our equation. Even though hip hop is supposed to be for black folks, but when you read this article, you're going to see that everybody else will get inserted to the equation as well. So this is the article coming out yesterday on Valentine's Day of all days, right? Democrats unveil new hip-hop task force to tackle racial inequity. Well, why do you need hip-hop artists to tackle racial inequity? Why don't your policies reflect that? Unless the whole time you're going to use these celebrities as a prop while you, as the lawmaker, do nothing. Because really, though, that's what it said. What's up, Double Tech? That's what it is. You're not going to do anything, and you're going to just use the hip-hop artist as a prop or as a Foot Clan member, because you really ain't trying to do nothing about this. Now, Jamal Bowman was the same guy recently, but I say about a few months ago, went and pulled the fire alarm because for one, he's an idiot, and for two, he did that in an attempt to subvert the vote for a government shutdown. That's right. He pulled the fire alarm. This idiot right here. That's Jamal Bowman for you, Mr. Wave the Fire Alarm. Coalition of Democrats, because no Republicans are on this task force, are looking to use the power of music to tackle some of the most pressing issues facing Black and brown Americans. And here we go already. Now, we've been telling you for the longest that there's no such thing as a Black and brown coalition. There's all kinds of tangible evidence out there to support the fact that a Black and brown coalition does not exist. And yet somehow this keeps getting thrown out here in the atmosphere. Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman, Mr. Wave the Fire Alarm, on Wednesday unveiled the Congressional Hip Hop Power and Justice Task Force outside the Capitol. The task force, led by this chocolate milk dud head having ass motherfucker, will use hip hop's messaging of building a more equitable society to help spearhead initiatives to address economic equality, affordable housing, and racial justice imperatives. So if you're okay, so all right. What is the purpose of a lawmaker? Huh? What's the purpose of Congress? Do you guys write bills? You guys write bills all the time. Don't the purpose of Congress is to generate bills for the people so that way it can address economic equality? Shouldn't y'all put legislation out in place so that way corporations and their CEOs don't just arbitrarily jack up prices? Huh? Shouldn't laws be in place to where if a prosecutor or a judge or a jury member is caught getting somebody falsely convicted because of racial bias, shouldn't there be some kind of penalty in place for that? Then what the use of a lawmaker like you, Jamal Bowman, if you're just going to use other people as a prop? What are you doing? Because see, you guys will do nothing, and then y'all come out and complain about how $174,000 a year ain't enough money. You guys waste taxpayer dollars every fucking day. You guys don't even do the will of the people, but yet the only time you bring your asses to the community is when it's time for your re-election. And exclusive with The Hill, Bowman explained the inspiration behind the task force come from reflecting how the genre impacted him over the years. Artists like Eric P., Rakim, Queen Latifah, Chuck D., Public Enemy inspired the New York lawmaker throughout his life, he said, including his time as an educator. But what the hell are you teaching the children when you was an educator? When you was a teacher out there in New York, what the fuck was you teaching them? Did you tell them the truth about what's going on in this country, or did you just follow the curriculum? The fuck? Hip-hop was celebrated its 50th anniversary last August. Yeah. And what happened last year? What happened last year when it comes to this hip-hop celebration? You had a private party at Kamala Harris's house when she was out there trying to do the Vibrant thing. And it was a private party. So it's not like you and I can just, roll up there, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's up with the reparations, Kamala? Right? Where the reparations at, Kamala? No. There was no way that you and I could just roll up there at that hip-hop 50th anniversary celebration at Kamala Harris's house, pushing the line for reparations or anything like that. No. It was a private party. It was invitation only. So her non-dancing ass can get up there and start, dancing Q-Tip and shout out Phife Dawg, even though Phife Dawg been dead since 2016. Hip-hop has always been about ending poverty in America. Well, guess what, Jamal Bowman? Poverty is still going on in America. What the fuck are you talking about? about fully funding public schools. Really? Funding public schools? That's interesting. That's real interesting you say that, considering that a lot of problems in the Black community still exist, where some schools can't even get proper funding, some schools can't even get good textbooks or updated textbooks. It seems like this whole white supremacist society has been designed to make them out to be the superior race. Let's just intentionally, drown the Black community with poverty, pestilence, drugs, guns. Let's intentionally not let the Black kids know about the struggle that goes on in America and how they relate to that with their ancestors. Let us not know none of that. And then let's put other mechanisms in place like redlining, and other forms of racist techniques in place to where it would keep the Black community down. So what are you talking about as far as like hip hop has always been about ending poverty in America? No, it's not. When hip hop first came out, it was about telling the story of the situation that was going on in their neighborhoods and in their lives at the time. It was calling out the racial inequity. It was calling out the police brutality. It was calling out all the stuff that still goes on today. So what the fuck are you talking about, Jamal Bowman? It's always been about justice reform and police reform. Guess what? Two things we don't have yet. We don't have no Police Accountability Commission as Biden promised. That's right. Your leader, your deity, Joe Biden, in 2020 promised a Police Accountability Commission. He promised a George Floyd Policing Act. Where's those two bills? You said police reform and justice reform. Biden himself talked about the Police Accountability Commission and the George Floyd Policing Act. Where are those two bills at? Where they at? Where they at? Oh yeah, that's right. His amnesia kicked in, and that can got kicked down to Congress, and when Congress picked up that can, they threw it in the trash. So what you talking about? At this moment in particular, when you consider the Black Lives Matter movement to the ceasefire movement, here we go. There you go right there. So one, the Black community does not associate with Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was nothing more than a goddamn con game ran by that goddamn woman, Patrisse Cullors. I wanted to say something else, but I'm trying to refrain from, any kind of wordplay that could be deemed misogynist. She was not in it for the Black community. When she did that whole Black Lives Matter thing, she did not do it for the Black community, because that money did not go to anybody who was the victim of any kind of anti-Black hatred or any kind of crimes against them, like the Trayvon Martin shooting or the Tamir Rice incident. Did the families of that victim see anything about that? Did the families of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and Oscar Grant and Philando Castile, did they see any bit of that money? No, they did not. $90 million came in. $90 million came in. And what they do? They went and funded their own lifestyle with that money. They were out here buying mansions with leopard print on the pool. They was out here living their best fucking lives with that money. That money did not go back to any kind of program. It didn't go to the family of the victim. It didn't do anything with that. They just took that money and fucking blew it. So what the hell's you talking about? You sitting up here putting out this bullshit. And once again, this ceasefire movement that's going on with the whole thing with Gaza and all that, and all kinds of people going to these churches where Biden was at and protesting. Well, we don't got nothing to do with no damn ceasefire movement. Those things can't be one and the same. How are you trying to lump the black struggle with the struggle that's going on out in Gaza? We don't care about what's going on in Gaza. Read the fucking room. Is your head so far in the sand that you can't pull your head out of it? Huh, Jamal Bowman? Fucking idiot. I'm trying not to go off. I apologize. I'm trying not to go off here because the more I read this, the more infuriated I get. Because this man ain't really trying to do nothing about this. In September, artists including Fat Joe, Rick Ross, and Busta Rhymes partnered with Power to the Patients to film a public service announcement demanding legislators create a more honest, affordable, and equitable healthcare system. I remember that too. I remember when they came out with that little thing. So you just use these hip hop artists not more than exactly double tech, exactly. It's not more than a goddamn puppet show. Because you really ain't trying to do nothing. Let's just keep this 100. You ain't trying to do nothing. These are all trick bag language and fucking all kinds of symbolic gestures to try to get us out there to vote for y'all when y'all really hadn't done anything. You ain't done shit. You guys have done absolutely nothing. And what do I say? If I said this once, I said it 1,000 times. When it comes to this election, you do nothing, you get nothing. Period. Mean that shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and prop up all these nothing burgers in front of us and hit us with all kinds of symbolic gestures and all that. And we're supposed to just come out in droves and vote for y'all, right? The fuck out of here. Groups like the Black Music Action Coalition, never heard of them, the Recording Academy and Black Music Collective, never heard of them either, have also joined forces with Jamal Bowman and Hank Johnson and calling for the passage of the Restoring Artistic Protection Act. The RAP Act, really? The RAP Act. So basically, the RAP Act is designed to have a person not get RICO charges put on them. So basically, if Young Thug, who sounds like a goddamn dog getting choked with a chicken bone or some shit, whenever he uses his lyrics in the song, the so-called RAP Act is designed to not have him have his lyrics get used against him in court. That's basically what the RAP Act is all about. Y'all can't find a better name for that shit anyway. The RAP Act. The fuck out of here. Anyway. As we continue on with this trash, then here we go. A poor white, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, right? Culture vulture, grew up in poverty in the trailer park. A story that many Americans relate to. And lawmakers need to hear that reality. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? First of all, don't be inserting no poor white guy into our equation. Huh? So you want to take this anomaly, and this anomaly is supposed to be the norm? Really? Really, Jamal Bowman? Of all it, Lord. But Bowman also points to how legitimizing hip-hop can lead to widespread cultural change. No, legitimizing hip-hop doesn't lead to widespread cultural change. Legitimizing how about legitimizing a bill that can lead to widespread cultural change? Why are we using hip hop artists to lead this change? If we're gonna look up the hip hop artists, then we don't need you. Once again, Jamal Bowman, how about putting some bills in place that's gonna drive this change? Ain't that's what you guys campaign on? Ain't that's when you guys was doing your when AOC was a bartender and you was a goddamn teacher, and maybe when Maxine Waters, when she was a fucking porn star, I just play. But when Maxine Waters was running around here as a California raisin back in the day, and she was I'm going to be that person that's going to be the beacon of light for change. And you go into Congress and you get yourself corrupted by the powers that be. You guys are fucking clowns, man. Clowns, bro. Clowns. I don't take you seriously. And here we go with the gender divide. But Bowman also points to how legitimizing hip hop can lead to widespread cultural change. One way he said is by addressing misogyny both in the genre and public discourse. The lawmaker points to the story of Megan Thee Stallion, who faced vitriol and hate after filing assault charges against rapper Tory Lanez after he shot her. For one, Tory Lanez did not shoot Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? Tory Lanez got railroaded. That's for one. For two, Megan Thee Stallion lied on a multitude of occasions, especially with that one interview she did with Stale King on CBS this morning. That's right. She lied about her relationship she carried on with Tory Lanez. Now, if you want to know who really shot Tory Lanez, it was Megan Thee Stallion's best friend, Kelsey Harris. So he don't even got the whole goddamn story straight. And he's sitting up here putting out this gender divide, talk about Megan Thee Stallion and all that. Megan Thee Stallion is a goddamn on, and you know what? For her to get shot in her foot, she was twerking really nice on goddamn on She-Hulk and in various concerts around the country. But she traumatized, right? The fuck out of here. Jamal Bowman, you are a clown, bro. I swear to God, bro. You a fucking clown, bro. You a clown. And you ain't even got the facts of the story. She persevered, she told the truth, and she won. She did not tell the truth. And she had a power that was backing her. She did nothing but tell lies. What are you talking about? So this is part of the reason why he revealed the task force, the anniversary of his mother's death. He grew up in a single mother's household and used his mom, and his mother used to listen to and enjoy hip hop with him as he grew up. That, this culture is very, let him tell it, is very misogynistic and violent. So you out here simping now, huh? You out here simping now? So we just out here just bashing women just because, right? Jamal Bowman, do you realize there's women out here bashing men? There's women out here who making their lives work to project on the men, especially black men, about everything that's going wrong. But everybody being misogynistic towards women, get your ass out of here, man. If you want to know why the vote turnout is less and that number just keeps on decreasing, it's because These guys have continuously spit in our faces when it comes to tangibles. Because, see, we didn't ask for this. Jamal Bowman and people of your ilk, the Hakeem Jeffries and the Hank Johnsons and the Sheila Jackson Lees and the fucking Maxine Waters, old nigga Jim Clyburn. Yeah, I ain't forgot about you, you fuck. We didn't ask for this. Who asked for this? Nobody asked for no goddamn hip hop coalition and some hip hop task force to do what? Tell us we got to go vote for the Democrats? Because really, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. It's all about you guys trying to get us to come vote for y'all, and y'all using rappers and other entertainers as your little foot soldiers or Foot Clan members. So once again, you're going to have to try again using some other tactic that I'm going to call out. Because if you think that you're going to sit up here and have Fat Joe, who likes dick from Kansas, be all up on TV carpet bombing me with I have to vote Democrat, you got another thing coming, because I'm not voting for no damn Democrat, and I ain't voting no Republican. If you do nothing, you get nothing. I'm going to vote for the couch. There you go. I'm going to vote for the couch. And to make things interesting, I have a section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a section of the couch and divide it into 3 ways, and then I'm going to figure out which part of the couch I'm going to vote for. So in other words, Jamal Bowman, you chocolate milk dud hair having ass motherfucker, I'm going to stay home. I have better things to do with my time. If you're not going to give us our tangibles, because what are we asking for, right? We asking for a hate crime bill. We're asking for reparations. Matter of fact, we ain't even asking for it. We're demanding we get our check. We demand protections against these racists and white supremacists out here who love nothing more than to kill us just because we're black. Have you forgotten about Dylan Roof? Have you forgotten about Peyton Gendron? Have you forgotten about Kyle Rittenhouse? So we're looking for a hate crime bill. We're looking for reparations. We are looking for ending qualified immunity, so that when these cops out here is doing all the illegal maneuvers and activities, right, we can go after them, and they don't got to hide behind that. Well, I was in the line of duty. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for no housing, because reparation can cover all that. We're not looking for no entertainment benefits. We're not looking for no housing voucher. We're not looking for no educational voucher. We're not looking for none of that bullshit, because cash reparation will take care of all of that. That's what we need. We need that cash in hand. Now, why aren't you advocating for that? You're supposed to be black, right? Ain't you supposed to be black? Why aren't you advocating for that? What the use of you Congressional Black Caucus members if you're not even going to advocate and push the line for black people? Another thing, we don't take political advice from athletes and entertainers. We damn sure we don't take no political advice from the Breakfast Club. Charlatan and fraud, DJ Envy, you think we take political advice from them? You think we listen to the Breakfast Club for, hey man, that's the one-stop shop for political advice? No. We're not listening to no damn Breakfast Club. You think I trust Charlatan the Fraud? This dude was pushing the line for Kamala Harris 4 years ago. Now all of a sudden he wants to, I'm not going to give Biden my support. The fuck out of here. I don't trust you. I don't fucking trust you, Charlatan the Fraud. Ain't that what you're going to go at next, Jamal Bowman? You're going to take your ass on the Breakfast Club to try to push this hip-hop task force, right? Because that puppet, because that's who Charlatan the Fraud is. He's a puppet. He's control opposition. He's going to go in there and fucking push that shit. Him and DJ Envy. You know DJ Envy's a scammer, right? He out there scamming people at them homes in goddamn on Jersey. But I won't be surprised if your ass end up on there eventually, start talking that shit about, oh man, we need the hip-hop task force. We need people to get out there and vote. We need people to do this, that, and the third. You always need people to do something, yet you turn around and do absolutely nothing for the people who put you in power. Because the only time you bring your ass around your district is when it's time for your re-election. Any other time, you're doing all this other stuff. You're pulling fire alarms. You're out here getting in the beefs with Marjorie Taylor Greene, putting on political theater. But you ain't done shit. We supposed to vote for y'all. We telling you we want reparations. You telling us it's not feasible. Meanwhile, we seen all these billions of dollars going to the Ukraine. We seen all this other aid going to Israel. Hell, there's evidence out there saying that black folks are the targets of hate crime, and yet we can't even get a goddamn crime bill. Meanwhile, Asians could just walk right in, stick their hand out, and it's a done deal. And you get that fucking idiot Roland Martin running his mouth with his 3 chins and his big titties and his onesies he get from Bed Bath & Beyond. Am I supposed to come out there and vote for y'all when y'all sit up there spitting our face all the goddamn time? Fuck out of here. You guys let me know what y'all think. You know how to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!